Jammu Links News Top Stories is brought to you by Tasya Herbals alcohol-based hand sanitizer with neem and aloe vera extracts, helping India fight COVID-19. The centre on Tuesday told the Supreme Court that it will verify reported statements made by the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir and BJP leader Ram Madhav that 4G internet services can be restored in the Union Territory and sought time to file a reply to the rejoinder affidavit filed by an NGO. The Apex Court was hearing a plea of the NGO seeking initiation of contempt proceedings against the Union Home Secretary and Chief Secretary of J&K for the alleged willful disobedience in complying with the court's May 11 order. Reacting to the shocking development of Hurriyat Conference Chief Syed Ali Shah Gilani receiving Pakistan's highest civilian award, BJP's J&K Unit Chief Ravinder Raina said that the true face of these people has been exposed. As per reports, Imran Khan's government has passed a resolution to confer the country's highest civilian award, Nishan-e-Pakistan, to the Kashmiri separatist. Moreover, they have proposed to name a university after the pro-Pak stooge him and proposed inclusion of his struggle in the country's academic curriculum.
हथियार लेकर कश्मीर को कब्रिस्तान बनाने का काम किया है। हजारों बेगुनाह लोगों की हत्या के कातिल हैं हुर्रियत के नेता और अली शाह गिलानी को जिस प्रकार पाकिस्तान ने अपना हाईएस्ट सिविल अवार्ड दिया है, यह दिखाता है कि हुर्रियत कॉन्फ्रेंस के नेता पाकिस्तान के इशारों पर नाचते हैं।
Essential services shops will open for 2 days on 29th and 30th July with strict adherence to notified COVID-19 preventive guidelines in Srinagar. The 2-day relaxation in lockdown has been given in view of Eid festival later this week. The shops dealing in essential services and commodities will open from 9 am to 5 pm. Business establishments dealing in non-essential services and commodities will remain shut till further notification to this effect. Election Commission today took exception to Jammu and Kashmir LG GC Murmu's reported statement that J&K polls will be conducted after delimitation. The Commission said in the constitutional scheme of things, the timings and other issues of elections are the sole remit of the poll panel. The poll body said it would be proper for authorities other than Election Commission to refrain from making such statements, which virtually tantamount to interfering with the constitutional mandate of the Commission. The UT Revenue Department has withdrawn its 1971 circular that required a no objection certificate from J&K's Home Department for acquisition or requisition of land in favor of the Army, the BSF, the CRPF and other similar organizations. The decision came close on the heels of the Administrative Council, headed by Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu, a note to the proposal for amending the Control of Building Operations Act 1988 and the J&K Development Act 1970 to provide for a special dispensation for carrying out construction activities by armed forces on July 17. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu dedicated 49 electricity projects to public for augmenting power distribution infrastructure in the Union Territory. He also laid the foundation stone for 7 new substations in the Union Territory. The Lieutenant Governor also dedicated to public projects for capacity enhancement of 37 substations by replacing them with high capacity transformers at a cost of Rs 130.2 crore. The Pakistan Army resorted to heavy firing and mortar shelling in forward areas along the line of control in the Digwar and Kasba sectors of Poonch district, prompting Indian troops to retaliate effectively. The ceasefire was violated by Pakistan for the 8th consecutive day on Tuesday, officials said, adding that there have been more than 20 incidents of ceasefire violation by Pakistan troops in the last more than a week. Harshdev Singh, Chairman JKNPP and former Today observed that transition of J&K to UT not only amounted to demotion of state as well of its people, but also a mockery of the historic decision of Maharaja Hari Singh, who acceded the Dogra state to the Union of India by executing the instrument of accession on 26 October 1947. He said that the BJP government's decision of downgrading the said state has not only humiliated the creators of this state and its proud citizens, but had further weakened and debilitated democracy in J&K besides causing its political disempowerment.
वो कभी नहीं देखी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग इस दिन को सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, बड़ी हैरानगी की बात है। अगर सिर्फ 370 टूटा होता तो हम भी इस सेलिब्रेशन में जरूर शामिल होते, लेकिन इस दिन 200 साल पुरानी डोगरा स्टेट को बीजेपी की सरकार ने डिसमेंटल कर दिया।
The Department of Ayush distributed free immunity boosting medicines to disabled people in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The camp was set up in collaboration with an NGO, Preetham Spiritual Foundation, and distributed medicines to over 100 people. According to Dr. Khalif Anjam, the nodal officer of COVID-19 management in the district, they have distributed medicines to over 40,000 people. 4 years after an agreement between two countries, India's first batch of 5 Rafale fighter aircraft that took off from France Air Base on July 27th will land in India on July 29th. These jets will significantly boost the combat capabilities of the Indian Air Force. A police who played a significant role in the quick delivery of the jets to India is Air Commodore Hilal Ahmed Rathar, who is presently India's air attaché to France. He has also weaponized the jets as per conditions suitable for India. The IAF officer was seen with India's ambassador to France, Javed Ashraf. India's case fatality rate is progressively falling and currently stands at 2.25%, making it one of the lowest fatality rates in the world. Also, for the 5th day in a row, India has seen more than 30,000 recoveries per day. The recovery rate has seen a sharp increase from around 53% in mid-June to more than 64% as on Tuesday. With 35,176 patients discharged in the past 24 hours, the total recoveries stand at 9,52,743. The Government Medical College of Doda has installed a machine for detection of antibodies in COVID-19 samples. The machine is called Orthoclinical Diagnostic Vitros ECI Immunoassay Analyzer, and it can perform around 300 coronavirus tests per day. This is one such kind of machine installed in Jammu and Kashmir, and the test will cost between Rs 700 to 900.